360 videos are a great way to get viewers really involved in your content, and live streaming in 360 really takes this to a whole nother level. In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest ways to go live in 360 using your iPhone or your Android device, and the 3 things you need to remember for a great stream. Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video. We release a ton of content to help you get better results with your videos faster. If you're new here, then make sure you click that big subscribe button, and all the links to everything that we're going to cover in this video, you can find linked in the description below. So let's jump into it. Now, in order to live stream in 360, you're going to need a 360 camera. Now, whether you're on iPhone or Android, there are a heap of options out there, but there are some great low-cost alternatives as well that are really easy to use. We're going to run through my recommendations for best 360 cameras for smartphones and how to use them to broadcast live. And stick around to the end because we're also going to cover the 3 critical elements you need for a quality live stream. So the 2 360 cameras that I'd recommend you check out for 360 in general, but also for 360 live streaming, would be the Insta360 Nano if you've got an iPhone, or the Insta360 Air if you've got an Android device. Now, these 2 devices are very similar. They're both made by the same company, Insta360. This one's for Android, this one's for iPhone. Both of these are really easy to use, and you just plug them directly into your charging port. So whether it's a Lightning port on the iPhone, whether it's a USB-C or micro USB if you're on Android. Now, there's a heap of similarities between these 2 cameras. They're both 3K video cameras, so they both record in 3K quality. They'll both let you take photos, create videos, and go live in 360 as well. So the biggest difference between these 2 cameras is that the Insta360 Nano, the iPhone version, you can use standalone. So it's got its own built-in battery. It's got a micro SD card slot in the bottom as well, so that you can record your footage directly to the device. But in order to get the most out of this device, you'll still want to plug it into your phone. Whereas the Android version, the Insta360 Air, will only work if it's connected to your phone. But the biggest advantage with that then is that all the photos and videos that you're creating are saved directly on your phone, so that it's much easier to share them out to your social media networks. Now, the Insta360 Nano, the iPhone version, sells for $199 US, and the Android version, the Insta360 Air, sells for $129 US. So there's a little bit of a price difference between the 2, but functionality-wise and picture quality-wise, the 2 are pretty much identical. There's also a few tips for using these cameras that can really make or break your 360 live streams. We'll cover those just as soon as we've finished the walkthrough on how to live stream in 360 using your Insta360 camera. Now, the process is exactly the same whether you're using the Insta360 Nano, the iPhone one, or the Insta360 Air, the Android one. So I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Okay, so to get started, plug your 360 camera into your phone and the Insta360 app will open. And now you've got 3 options. You can take a photo, a video, or live. So we'll come across and pick the 3rd one, which is live stream. So to choose where you want to broadcast live to, select the YouTube button. And in here, you'll get to choose Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, or RTMP. So for this case, we're going to choose Facebook. You can enter a description for your live stream. Next up, you need to authorize your Facebook account. So select where it says Facebook account unauthorized. And you need to give access to Facebook to create a live event and to read comments. So select create a live event and authorize your account, and do exactly the same for the read comments as well. Once that's done, select completed in the top right corner and then hit confirm in the top right corner. So now that you've got your live stream destination sorted, hit the settings button and you can pick the quality settings for your live stream. So what I would recommend here is that you choose 30 frames per second. On the next one across, this is the quality of your live stream, 720p, 960p, or 1280p. I would suggest the highest 1280p in order to get the highest quality live stream through. And the last one is your megabits per second. So this is the amount of data that you'll be using. Now, 2 megabits per second is the default setting here, but you can see that the recommended setting is 4 megabits per second, or 4M. So what this means is that your internet speed will need to be at least 4 megabits per second upload, and a solid 4 megabits per second upload, in order to send out the highest quality video. Once you've locked down those settings, then it's just a matter of pressing that big red button in the bottom middle of the screen that says live, and your live stream will start. So it's pretty straightforward, and the process is exactly the same whether you're choosing Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope. So that's how you can live stream in 360 using your smartphone. Now, the 3 critical things that you need to remember when you're going live in 360 in order to get the best results from your 360 live stream. The first one is that you run a speed test first. So either jump on speedtest.net or download the speedtest.net app on your iPhone or on your Android device and run a speed test before you go live. In the case of all live streams, your internet speed is the most important factor when you're going live so that your viewers can have a good experience and so that your live stream works properly. So by running a speed test, you can make sure that you've actually got enough bandwidth or that your internet upload speed is going to be fast enough to actually perform the live stream and to perform it well. So before you go live, I think it's really important that you run a speed test. And what you're looking for is 4 megabits per second upload, or really you need to match the bit rate that we selected in your live streaming app settings. So if you chose 4 megabits per second, you need to make sure that your internet is capable of uploading at least 4 megabits per second and a constant 4 megabits per second in order to get the best results. If you run a speed test and it's less than that, then you'll need to lower the quality of your broadcast back in the app under settings to pick something that is more capable or is going to work well with your internet speed. So that's the first critical thing, run a speed test and make sure that you've got enough internet. The second critical thing when you're going live in 360 is to be aware of your environment. Be aware that everything in your room or where you're going live will be visible to your audience. So if you've got something in the background that you don't want to see, it's not like filming here. Like the rest of my office, it's a mess. But you're only seeing the tidy bit or the semi-tidy bit. In 360, there is no hiding. So you really need to be aware of anything that you don't want to show your viewers or anything you don't want your viewers to see and remove it first before you go live. But also while you're live and you're walking around, if you see something that you don't want in there, then quickly turn around and go back the other way. So it's just being aware that your viewers can see everything. And the third critical thing when you're live in 360 is to reduce the amount of movement that you're doing. Ask your viewers, tell your viewers to look around, tell them to check out something that's behind them now, but you don't have to move around. All the time I see people in 360 and they'll be spinning the phone around, they'll be spinning the camera around, and they're telling their audience to do the same thing at the same time. It's not like a video camera. They can do it themselves, and it's actually a better experience if they do it themselves. If you're literally holding your camera out in front of you or using a selfie stick or a tripod and guiding them, telling them that there's something that they should look at, if they turn around, they'll see something, instead of you turning around to point to that. Because if you're both doing it at the same time, it makes the whole 360 experience really hard to do, especially on your phone or if you're wearing a VR headset. So the key is to hold your phone or your 360 camera steady and not move it much, but guide your viewers as to where to look, because they can see everything in 360. You just got to point out the things that they should be looking at. So that's how you can go live in 360 using your smartphone. If you found this video helpful, then make sure you click that big subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up, and check out the 2 videos linked on screen now to my thoughts on the Insta360 Nano and the Insta360 Air. I'll see you soon.